just a hand vac. This is so much more. Yes, it is handheld. It is lightweight for your upholstery, for the dog bed, for the pillows, for all of that, for your mattress and everything else. But there is so much more. If you have pets in your home, you need this. If you have babies in the home, you need this. If you have allergy sufferers, you need this. What this is the Dreamvac UV Disinfecting Handheld Vacuum. This has a high-speed motor, a triple-level HEPA filter. That is a 3-layer full HEPA filter. And then look underneath it. See those little things that are wiggling and vibrating? That's breaking up everything in there. And then the vacuum is gonna pull it in. And then it has the UV lights. Now UV lights, they're gonna kill all those things that you cannot see, that you do not want to see, all those dust mites. And then look at the filter. You can just wash that filter out. This is triple level HEPA filtration. HEPA is the best you can get. This is so powerful for all the things you can see, all the things you don't see. And the cord is like 12 feet long. You got extra long cord on this. First time ever airing it. We've taken $30 off for this first airing, $99.99. You're getting free shipping and handling to clean up all of the mess that you can see and that you don't see, probably more importantly. Our friend Lou Caputo is joining us here to walk us through all of this. We're gonna take a little extra time on this because it's brand new. There's so many features.
Good morning, Ty. How are you?
Good morning, man. Where are we starting today? Because this thing is powerful.
So we're going to go down here, head down this way. So, Ty, before the show this morning, I was kind of giving you some of the background on this. And was it not one of the most disgusting conversations you ever had in your life?
It was uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
What is on your mattress? Oh, my goodness.
So I'm going to tell you all about the things that are in your mattress, but I want you to know something about this. This is a very, very special vacuum. And as you said, it's not just a hand vac, okay? Your Dreamvac is going to give you that feeling when you go to bed where you can have those beautiful dreams because you're not worried about dust mites, you're not worried about allergens, you're not worried about pollen, you're not worried about E. coli, staph, all these things that get into your mattress on all the soft fabrics in your house, your couch, the dog bed, all those different places, okay? It's a very compact design. I like that about it. It's very sturdy. Like when you pick this up, Ty, you could feel that this is a substantial piece of kit right here, okay? There's one button operation. You just press this button on the top, and as soon as I press that, you're gonna see that it turns on and it starts. It's not that loud for a powerful vacuum. It actually has a high-speed motor built inside of this. Now, all the dust collects here in the dust cup. That's where your level 3 HEPA filter is, and I'll show you how we empty that. But I want to show you the bottom of this, okay? Because this is where the impressive stuff is. Now, right now, it looks like there's nothing going on, and there isn't, and there's a reason for that. The wheels have to be depressed. The minute I press the wheels in, let me get that so you can see it. Now, right there, the ultraviolet lights, the strip on top there came on, and notice that the beater bars started moving, okay? The combination of those things is what's going to eliminate the dust mites from your bed. That's going to eliminate the bed bugs from your bed, all these things. And why does it do that? Because the light that comes out of this, you know, we've got UVA light and UVB. We talk about that with sunglasses, and that's what comes from the sun. This generates a frequency of UV light known as UVC. UVC light has germicidal properties, so it will actually kill all those things we were just talking about, like the dust mites, like the E. coli, like the staph. It eliminates them. And the way it does it, it actually works on their DNA.
Really?
Yes, at a molecular level, and it kills them, but then the vacuum sucks them up, and I'll tell you why that's important in a second. But right now, let's get into some cleaning. So your mattress, according to the EPA, can hold up to 10 million dust mites. Did you know that?
That is so, it's a fact that we need to know that I don't want to know.
Yes.
You just Google some of these numbers. You're going to be amazed at what's on your mattress.
At what is inside your mattress. And I want you to notice something, though. As I'm going over this, it's doing a great job of getting the hair.
Yeah, first of all, it's just a great vacuum.
It's a great vacuum. If it only did that, you know, you'd be like, wow, this is amazing. But what it's doing right now is the beater bars that are in this are beating on the top of the mattress. So if there are dust mites in there, if there are allergens, if there is pollen, it's bringing them up to the surface where the vacuum can grab them and pull them out. At the same time, that UVC light is penetrating the mattress, okay? So if there are dust mites in there, if there's staph, if there's E. coli, it's getting in there and eliminating over 99% of both of those, okay? And then if you're somebody that suffers from allergies, you know, from the pollen and dust, it's gonna get all of that as well. And it's a very simple operation, but the key to this is the combination of that incredible suction power. Look at that, I did this whole thing, this whole section of this in just a couple of seconds. Everything that was on there now is inside of this cup. And in fact, let's get a close-up on that real quick, because I want everybody to see You guys were like Johnny on the spot with that. That was great.
Very good.
But look, you can see the hair spinning around inside of that cup right there, okay? And it took all of that off of this mattress. Now, why do you think that the dust mites like to go into your mattress?
I don't know. Oh, is it because, you know what, Lou was talking to me earlier about eating dead skin cells.
Eating dead skin cells. Listen, it's a fact of life. As long as you're alive, you're shedding skin cells.
Okay,
okay?
that's
well,
okay.
The favorite food, the candy for the dust mites, is your skin cells, okay? So they're in your bed all night long. We're just shedding. They're eating. Now, there are people out there that sell sprays and different methods for getting the dust mites out of your bed,
Yes,
okay?
right.
And that's fine. It will kill them. Here's the thing, it doesn't remove them. It leaves them in your mattress, okay? What we're doing is we're not only killing them, we're eliminating the eggs as well, so that we're gonna break that cycle of the dust mites, you know, giving birth inside your bed, essentially, all right? We're gonna suck them out of there. Not only that, we're gonna remove, think about this for a second. Ty got so grossed out by this.
This is so gross.
The fecal matter that the dust mites leave behind. If you're just killing them and leaving them there, their little tiny bodies are gonna be in there, but also so is the fecal matter. This is gonna remove all of that as well. Let's move on.
Man, I'm telling you, listen, earlier
It's a good point to move on.
No, earlier when I said, sometimes it's the things that we don't see.
Exactly.
Most hand vacs you can get for $100, they're gonna pick up the things you can see.
Yep.
It's the things we don't see, that we're laying in our bed, that we're sitting in, that the dog is bringing in, that the dirty air is bringing in. The Dreamvac is killing all of that.
Well, that's no joke either, because like we have a dog, we have two dogs. One of our dogs, a little one, sleeps on our bed, okay?
Sure.
Well, she has dander in her hair. You know, if you're allergic to that sort of thing, there's no other way to get it out of there, okay? This is gonna remove that dander. It's gonna remove the dust, the allergens, the pollen, the things that make you sneeze and your eyes water and all that stuff. It's not a medical device by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're removing what causes it, it actually helps you. Let's look at this carpet right here, because you can use this on carpets as well, all your soft surfaces in the home. So I'm gonna start this up, and we've just got a variety of things on here, but I just want you to see how it works great as a vacuum.
Yeah.
But even more importantly,
do you see
look at that.
It's picking up really fine stuff, but also the big and chunky stuff as well.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why you don't have to worry. You know, it's like, because you know, you and I were talking about how I spend most of my time either in bed asleep or sitting on the sectional in my living room watching TV. That's
a good life.
All right? Yeah, it's a good life. You know, I don't complain about that. But the thing about it is that those are the places where, you know, there are messes. You know, sometimes I'm not ashamed to say I might eat on the couch once in a while. Okay?
Yeah.
And if I do that, if I am eating on the couch, you know, there's going to be little tiny crumbs on there. But my dogs sit on the couch with me, so there's going to be pet dander. And then because I spend so much time on the couch, there's going to be skin cells that are coming off that I'm sloughing off. Good word.
Nice.
That I'm sloughing off. And this is going to get those and the associated dust mites that are coming with it. You know, a regular vacuum will not do any of that. And remember what I said at the beginning, that UV light is key to all of this, because that has the germicidal properties. They're going to kill. Look at this. Got the entire carpet done in just a couple of seconds.
And
now, here's the other thing.
Okay.
Not only is it clean, it's sanitized now.
Right.
I sanitize the fabric. How else would you sanitize a surface? You might try to take a steamer or something like that to it, but then it's always going to be damp. You know, with this, it doesn't get wet. It removes all those things, and it sanitizes the surface. Even as I mentioned before, 99% of E. coli in staph. I mean, that's, you know, that's something that UVC light does. That's a fact.
I gotta say, trying it earlier, look, you can feel a difference too. You can feel, it's not just like boy, you can feel it.
It's
underneath,
powerful.
Because it's really getting in there, because underneath,
look at the cup again.
Look how that's, you can feel it.
You can see everything spinning around in there. Isn't that amazing?
It's not just taking off kind of what's on the top, you can see. Look at that, the power you're getting. Remember, that is triple. I'm gonna turn it off there so you can see. It is triple level HEPA filtration that you're getting.
HEPA filtration in there.
And you can feel those kind of bars underneath breaking everything up.
The beater bars,
Yeah, and then what you can't see, the stuff that you can't see in there. Listen, here at HSN, we give you 30 days to try anything out. If you're suffering from some allergies, if you've got dogs and cats in the house, right now it is on free shipping and handling. It's on 5 flexible payments. All you do is put down one of those flexible payments.
That's it.
A $20 bill. We ship this out to you. You have 30 days to try it out. Try it on your mattress, on the dog bed, in the nursery, on the couch, on the chair, everywhere. I want you to try it out and see if over 30 days you don't see a difference or you don't feel a difference.
That's
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
That's the thing. You will. All of a sudden, you start feeling a difference because of the stuff that you can't see.
Like I said before, not a medical device, but here's the thing. If you can remove those things that cause the symptoms, you know what I mean? That's a big deal. Now, I want to show you how easy this is to clean in just a second, because this is what I was talking about a moment ago. When the dogs jump up on there, you can't see what they're leaving behind. You actually cannot see the dander. You can't see the dust mites. You can't see any of that, but it's there. This is going to remove them. And remember the way it's doing it. It's with that high-speed vacuum. It's with the beater bars on the front of us that actually are shaking things loose. And then right there, you see those UVC lights that are actually penetrating the fabric and disrupting the DNA of the bed bugs, of the dust mites, all of those things. That's what UVC light does. The germicidal properties of that are extremely well known. Now, she's doing exactly what I'm about to show you, but I wanted you to see how easy this is to do, okay? Because the dust cup is on the side of this right here, all right? All you've got to do is grab this and just rotate. And when I do that, what's going to happen is that's going to come off, and I pull this out. Now, this is your level 3 HEPA filter right here. We're going to go over to this bowl, and I'm going to pull this out of here. Sometimes they're in there kind of tight.
Right, well, because you want everything to stay in.
Yeah, you do.
You want everything to stay in,
Hang
too.
on.
Also, the size of this,
really
can I just say the other handheld vacs that we have, the opening is about that big, and you have to kind of go over a lot. Well, this thing is substantial size.
Think about the suction that was just pulling this in, okay? That's why that's in there, but that's what you want, exactly to Ty's point. So here's everything that we just collected. You can see all that there, so we're gonna dump all of that out. That's everything we got. Now, what's also in there is stuff we can't see, like those dust mites, like the fecal matter, like, you know, all that stuff, the pollen, the dander, we can't see that, but that was in there. Then, if I want to clean this part, all you've got to do is separate. Now look at this. That's the level 3 HEPA filter. Then it has the screen over that. I want you to see. Watch this. Look at everything that you couldn't even see this on there, but this is everything that just came out of it. Now, how do you look at that? There's even more.
Look at this.
Look at this. It's like sand.
Did you see that? Wow.
This is, by the way, this is from Ty's bed.
That's
so you know.
well, I do like some Parmesan cheese on my spaghetti. That's what it looks like. But that comes from deep down in the carpet. If you have that carpet or stuff that is kind of plush, you need that power to pull deep down in there. And that you just saw.
And you just put it back together. You put this back on here like this, and then it just locks into place. Now, if you have to clean that filter, if it gets dirty, you can use water on it, okay, and then just let it air dry and just put it back in so you don't ever have to replace it. Let's do the dog bed real quick, because I've got my 2 dogs, love them dearly, but I'm telling you, the dog bed is suspect, okay? You know what I mean? Because they're in there, you know, they run around in the dirt, they bring all kinds of stuff in, but it's really, it's that dander, it's that, you know, all the dog hair that it's going to pull up. Now, right there you can see we got up all that dirt and sand and everything that was on there, just like that. But then over here we got the dog hair. And watch the way those beater bars get on there, and I can actually feel them working, like it's beating on this fabric, boom. But that UV light that you can't see when I'm working with it, I'll press the buttons here so you can see it. That UV light, that little light bar right there, is penetrating this, it's getting deep down, and it's making all the difference in the world.
Man, okay, it's lightweight, it is easy to use. You see the width of this thing, which is so much bigger than the other kind of handheld vacs, but it does so much more, right? It is multi-level filtration. The other thing with handheld vacs, sometimes it releases that stuff kind of back in the air.
Into the air, that's not gonna happen with this.
If you use your handheld vac and you find yourself sneezing a little bit after using it, with triple level filtration here, and we need to be doing this, Lou. I think we forget to clean our pillows and clean our couch and clean our mattress. We need to be doing this.
Oh, we absolutely do forget about that. So I've been doing this throw pillow right here, and I thought this was clean, Ty. Like, I didn't think there was anything on top of this. Already I'm seeing hair coming off of there, okay? How about your blankets? Like, I don't know about everybody. Could you hold that? I don't know about everybody else out there, but like when I sit on the couch sometimes, Kelly and I have these throw blankets that we have on the couch. I want you to notice something. Look how powerful the suction is. It's actually pulling up on the fabric here. But that means that it's getting all the way through this, and it's pulling up all the dander, all the pollen, all the dust mites. It's getting all of that off of this fabric here. And it's important to do this because, again, you know, we sit on the couch, we sit on our sectional, we spend time there with our dogs, and we have the throw pillows that they're on all the time as well. This is going to get the hairs, it's going to get everything out of there.
Especially this kind of, this kind of fabric, what you see inside the weave where stuff can get inside there. You need something strong enough to pull out of there.
Get down.
You gotta get down.
You gotta get down.
You gotta get down in there. You have at least 30 days here to try it out here. it'll be different than anything you've used before because it's doing so much. I only have 2 minutes to go. Lou keeps pointing behind me.
I'm going to the couch.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Lou.
go to the couch.
Let's go.
Let's go to the couch.
You got to tell me twice. Take a look. We've taken $30 off right now. Your flex pays only $20
now,
right here. Okay.
I want everybody to notice something. There's a 12-foot cord on this, so I can do. I can do the entire couch. Sorry, I was playing with the camera operator. But I can do the entire couch here. And I'm talking about I can do the throw pillows here. I can do the surface. You can do the arms of the couch. All these different sections on here, but I'm not having to plug this in, unplug it, move around.
Yes, right.
I can do everything at one time on here very quickly, very easily. And it's lightweight. It only weighs 3 pounds. So it's not like that's this big clunky thing that I'm working with. And it's not that loud. It's surprising for how powerful the high-speed motor is inside of this. But remember, the big difference, when you've got your Dreamvac, you've got that UVC light on this, which is just crucial. Because if you want to eliminate all those things, let's go back over here to show everybody what they're getting. But if you want to eliminate all of those things that you're going to find in your mattress, on your couch, in the dog beds, on the throw pillows, on your blankets, you got to have the Dreamvac with that UVC light.
It's the stuff that you don't see. You got to attack the stuff that you don't see. Dreamvac welcoming in 40 first-time customers. 40 people made this their very first purchase here on HSN. Welcome in. Thanks so much, Lou. Good to see you, man. It's good to see you guys. Before we take a little bit of a break, I want to make sure not only are you checking